16 minutes, 90 some minutes. Some of these 300 and some odd hours didn't make the film. So it encompasses stuff like this, basically all these clips that will show you stuff that didn't get a chance to make.
How hard was it to edit this thing? The level of content that you guys had to work through, I'm actually curious about that part, because I know you guys are like real storytellers, and of course with that much footage, I mean most productions don't have that much footage to go off of, but you guys had a lot to go off of. So what was that process like to actually like get it down to what we see?
And obviously a team around us, these amazing editors, Max Alman and Jason Harper, helping us with this. But over the past 5 years, Cody and I have really been studying screenplay writing, getting more into feature narrative, and just understanding the structure of storytelling is really what helps. So like once we identify basically like our protagonists, we had a plural protagonist, like Cody and Kanye, what their overarching goal is going to be and what the ultimate desires will be. Once you lock into that, it tells you everything that you don't need to be in your film. It's easy to make a decision because if it's not moving that story forward towards that goal, then it's not necessary. And we killed some darlings, we killed clips that would definitely have gone viral, but they just don't make sense to the story we're trying to tell.
I love that. And I think that's really, that really is one of the things that comes across is that you guys have a certain way of doing this film that's so different than any other documentary I've ever seen. Like it doesn't, for me, it's not even in the same category as most music documentaries that I've seen. I don't know if y'all have seen something comparable, but like the real time aspect of it and being able to actually see it happen, play out, no narration really required. I mean, you had some narration, but like, you know, narration is important, don't get me wrong. But it was so minimal compared to most documentaries. You got so many talking heads talking about the thing, and you don't actually see the thing. Here it's all you seeing what really happened. So anyway, I'm just geeking out right now. Just remarking how amazing that is. No question here, just really amazing.
I was actually worried. Like I was actually worried because as long as I've known Cody, he's obviously been talking about this project, and I know he's always doing this documentary, but he never really showed me how much footage he had. I just see bags, and I see the bags populating over the years, but he keeps on showing me the same footage over and over again. So literally, even once we got down, I'm like, you sure we can pull this up? Like, but then when we got into the edits, first time I saw a lot of footage too, and I'm like, man, he really captured this in a way that is like it's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You gotta talk about the duffel bags too. So y'all gotta understand, like he shot so much footage. He had like over 300, like close to 400 hours of footage in DV tapes. So you're talking about 4.5 hours. You know, the film is a length. We had over 400 tapes. And that's not counting the hard drives and the all the digital stuff. But when Cootie hit me up about writing, one of the things he said is like we're not gonna like Chike said, we're not gonna have talking heads, we're not doing interviews. We're gonna let the footage tell the story and just use the narration to be a conductor and just let you know where we're going.
That's the luxury you have when you have 400 hours. It really does span what happened. It's pretty incredible. By the way, old school, when you see the clips of you with a lot more hair, what goes through your... By the way, like him and I, we both had a lot of hair back in the day. You might not even know. Like, you might be looking at me still and be like, okay, who is this guy? You okay, thank you. Alright, but so like having that much hair, tell us so, you're right there. Y'all gonna see me with a lot of hair throughout this. Yeah, that's me right here with this tightness.
That was the college dropout commercial that we shot. So we was all like, Kanye wanted everybody to be mascots. I was so happy I was on the camera. Like, they was hot as hell. All those heads was hot. And just so y'all know, I didn't actually wear my hair like that. That was the head of the tiger that smashed my afro, smashed my fro down. That was kind of the first reaction in Hollywood Hills, right? We had a lot of fun, a lot of parties and everything. It's like it. So how about this? Since we're in SOBs, let's go ahead and pull up that clip of Ye performing here. Y'all want to see Ye performing here in 2003? Like just raw, uncut? Okay. Let's get that clip. I love this. I'm imagining you looking at
Cootie spilling out tapes, talking about these tapes. Yo, I got more tapes. And you just be like, okay, did it almost feel like he was kind of going a little loopy at some point?
Like, I like this shit. Cootie, my approach things differently. So it's perfect. Like, his strengths and I have my strengths. And one thing that's really good about Cootie is he can jump into a project and not really have to prepare so much for it. So like in his mind, it's gonna work out. It's gonna flow. Like I gotta see it in my mind. So by not seeing the footage, I'm like, I just have to trust that his belief in knowing it's gonna work out. My process is just different from his process.
And I think it's probably to do with faith, but also some stand-up comedy chops, right? Because in stand-up comedy, you gotta just be ready.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be ready. Yo, this actually right here, on this stage, right now, right? What, 2003?
Let me see you get down. Go, ladies, if you look good, say ah. Look good, say ah. Now fuck that. Homeboys, make some noise. Let me hear your homeboys. Make some noise. Point out and say oh. What's she tell you the other day? What? She said the baby was mine. Oh, but I know she's lying. I know she's lying. She said the baby was mine. But I know she's lying. She said the baby was mine. She's so fine. Get over time, ladies and gentlemen. When I say free, y'all say cold. Free. Free. When I say yes, y'all say you owe me. Yes. Yes. Hey, how many of y'all out here love hip hop? I mean, how many of y'all just tired of every fucking song just like, I'm a thug with a gun in the club. I'm a thug with a gun in the club. What, I mean, what was y'all favorite year in hip hop? Like, was it like? What y'all say? 84. You saw your age, nigga. I don't even know born. 96. That was about the year that Biggie Mac dropped that X Mac dropped it.
One of the big things about this film and the rollout of it is how, and this is for everybody, because I think we all were watching these headlines, and I mean, I just went right into your DM and I was like, is this for real? Because there was this whole story around how Ye was like in the final cut. And you guys were like, nah, bro. So what did the headlines not get? Or like, what did these media outlets not capture about what you know about what happened?
I feel like we shouldn't even talk about that.
It's fine.
At least we're here trying to figure
I started to regret the question as I was asking it.
You know how many interviews that I got asking that question? I didn't think it was going to happen up there.
Alright. This is why pre-interviews used to be a thing in media.
Let's talk about like how incredible this group of people is on stage.
You know what though, seriously? Can I just say something though? So the fact that at the LA screening, Ye came out and y'all had that reunion was beautiful. I mean, and that's really what I'm getting at here is like for all the headlines and for all the speculation at the end of the day, Ye came out to the screening and loved the film and supports the film.
What's amazing is Cootie, in his mind, had a vision of exactly how he wanted everybody to experience the film. Maybe obviously Kanye, because we know this is a difficult watch for him. And there was really a back and forth with our team and his team. He actually had all 3 films in his possession. There was times when Cootie went out to LA and tried to actually. Well, I mean, I think this is important in the sense of it's like basically exactly that Cootie wanted Kanye to see the film is exactly what happens. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to the testament of how we make this film. Like, I think Cootie's faith is so strong, our faith is so strong that it just goes at the end. It works out how you want it to work out, no matter what roadblocks you put in the way. As long as you believe that, including had no big team or something that high. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like it's a good ending. You know what I mean? Like whatever drama was drummed up, it's the beginning. Indeed. Yes. You got another clip for us? I know you're trying to get out of that whole conversation, so I'm just saying, go ahead.
I say this: God is real, faith is real. And y'all gotta, get on the wavelength because, like Chief keeps alluding to, Hootie never out. Like I was literally there every day with him, and he never gave up on this film is gonna happen. He was saying this in 2002. And 2014, I think it was supposed to come out in 2014, right? So to see this now, y'all, it's just a testament of faith. That's all.
It really is. I mean, to dedicate yourself to a project for 20 years, who does that? What's this clip?
So this man I had a car accident, and y'all are seeing it too. But he had a car accident, and we went to the W. We was living in the W hotel for like 7 months. We were residents of the W Beverly Westwood, California. Westwood here.
I just hear the bitterness just coming right there. You gotta get that for it. I know that's Scotty Pippen. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so this was before the car accident. He looks remarkably happy for somebody who's from the car accident.
And we can't show too much, but we want y'all to enjoy Act 2. But like I said, this is all footage. I just keep flipping down.
Well, you want to show the preview?
Keep right there. Should we do the preview?
That's what they do stuff right there. Hold on, let's see.
I knew her when she was still a dime piece. Before a dude was serving her pieces of a dime bag lady. Each package, more baggage. Formulated a tragic plan. Audience member for participation for the Magic Man. Wrong. I said it wrong again.
So now that's what they do stuff right there. Malik was a big part of This right here is at Brandy. We went to Brandy house, and he was producing some stuff for Brandy at the time. That's a ex-husband right there. See? Told y'all. But Kanye was doing a lot of producing around.
So hold on, let's see. Do you have the preview of part 2? Do you want to show us the preview? Do you have
I don't know what we can do.
Or is this the preview?
Do we have the sizzle? The sizzle?
You guys want to see the preview of part 2?
The first sizzle I showed, yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. So let's go down the line here. Actually, I want to drop in with you guys because we're like the cast of the cheese. So I'm curious when you first saw your scene, it's so funny. Right? That's what it is. It's like inside the actor's studio, but not. Okay, so, right? That's it. We're all like the support cast. So JP, of all the moments you had with Kanye, did you think the one where you were at the pool table doing the crip walk would make it to the film?
I did. I wish that you all could have saw the benefit of that bank shot. But we couldn't show all that, but yeah.
Oh my God, that's a whole rabbit hole. The benefit of the bank shot.
Yeah, what do you usually do when you at a pub or whatever and you shoot pool with your friend and you put something in the hole? And the winner get what's in the hole.
Oh. Okay, I gotcha. Now I want to know what's in the hole. You can't tell me. Okay. All right. That'll be part of his memoir, apparently. Jay, how did you feel about your scene? Scenes, right?
Yeah, no, it was incredible. So I remember that night because me and Tari Teray, who walked in with me, that was my girl at the time, my wife now, where we had a show in Philly. And I met so I knew Cootie back in Chicago, like I said earlier. So when I got to Philly, I hit him up, like, yo, we in Philly. He like, man, come through, we at Kanye crib. And so we drove up to Newark. So when we walked in, it was like Ice Green was like, "Yo, this J. Ivy from Def Poetry. This is Tari Teray. She got all, she got a strong voice. So if you look close enough, you'll see he put Tari on the mic as soon as we got there. So she was actually the first one to sing All Falls Down. And yeah, I'd let her tell that story. But yeah, All Falls Down. She sang My Way that night. There was another joint.
That song had just been created before they got there, so it was like a christening. Like that was all real time. So the backstory on All Falls Down, we went to Baseline, and Guru at the time, it was midday, and it was, incense in there, nobody was there, and he was like, "Yo, this is my chill time." And so we're going to the studio room, and Guru went out, and I see 2 CDs sitting on the console like this. On top is Anita Baker's Rapture, and I moved it, and the other one was Lauren Hill and TV. And so I was like, "Westside, take that CD." And he's fumbling and bumbling. I'm like, "Before Guru come in, take the CD." And so he took me to get in the car, some of the track 13, couldn't wait to get home. Then made it, and then everybody came through after like a christening of it. It was
crazy to see the scene where he plays that in the Def Jam office, and they're not even interested.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's one of those
Because like when we heard it, we were like, this is incredible. We ain't never heard no music like this. Like it was incredible. And I'll say this, so that night when we came in, Kanye already had Hey Mama, he already had Jesus Walks, All Falls Down. It's like 7, 8 of us in the room, and he performed it for us like it's 70, 80,000 people in the room. Like he on one knee, dropping, rapping. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
That's great. So Diego, we don't need to talk about your scene too much because I know you're still healing from. I'm joking.
Real quick, just so you don't know what we're doing, everybody talking. I'm literally having to go into Frame Mario and pull up part 2. Oh shit! Oh yeah, I mean easy. Yeah.
Shout out to Time.
We're gonna give y'all time in the building. We're gonna give y'all the good first 10 minutes of part 2.
You hear that? Sneak preview of first 10 minutes.